Guten Tag, Asa. As you know, I can't be with you today, but you are going to continue with what we're learning, which is possessives, mine and dein. Mine, as you know, means my. It is a possessive adjective that acts as a pronoun and shows ownership. It replaces the or a. So you don't say a notebook, ein Heft, or das Heft, the notebook. You'd say mein Heft, my notebook, or dein Radiergummi instead of der Radiergummi. Okay, so let's review, see what you remember about when to use what ending. Because mine and dein are the root words, but sometimes you add endings. So if you have a der word like Radiergummi, and you want to say my eraser, what ending do you add to mine because it's Radiergummi? There is no ending. Hopefully you guessed that. You're going to say mein Radiergummi or dein Radiergummi. How about a das word like for das Heft? What ending do you add? Once again, we add no ending. We say mein Heft, dein Heft. How about a D word such as Schultasche? There is an E ending. Here is when you start to see the E ending, and you would say meine Schultasche for my school bag or deine Schultasche for your school bag. How about it if it's plural and all plurals are Ds? Yes, there will be an E ending. So again, you'll say meine, like meine Hefte. So it was mein Heft, my notebook, but meine Hefte, my notebooks, or deine Hefte. So that's the basic grammar information that hopefully you have by now. So now you're going to practice. You are going to take a couple of minutes and write these phrases on a dry erase board. You may work with the person next to you and just do one dry erase board if you want, or you can work by yourself. So write down in German, my cat, your dog, my notebooks. Make sure you notice where they're plural, and of course make sure you know if they're der or die or das, so you can use the correct mein or dein or meine or deine. You may use your notes for this. This is not a quiz yet, so you're going to practice. Get out a dry erase board and marker, one per table or one per person, and try to write down all of these phrases, and then we will check them. If you're not finished when it's time to check, don't freak out. Just check the ones that you have and make sure what you have is right. It would be better to finish, half or three-quarters of them and do them correctly than to do all of them incorrectly. That's absolutely no use whatsoever. So right now, your substitute is going to pause this video and you're going to write them down, and then we'll pick up where we left off and you will check them. Okay, you should have had several minutes to write down the answers. So now we're going to go over and make sure you got them correct. So my cat is meine Katze. Check your board, make sure you have mein to mean my, and make sure you have the E because Katze is a D word. Your dog, mein, whoops, I messed up. That should be dein Hund, dein Hund. My notebooks, meine Hefte. It's plural, so you add an E. But up here on dein Hund, where it should be D, notice there is no E. Your teacher, dein Lehrer oder deine Lehrerin. I didn't say if it's a masculine or feminine one, so you could pick whichever one. Either one works. But make sure dein goes with Lehrer and deine goes with Lehrerin. My book bag, meine Schultasche. If anybody wrote mein Rucksack, that's okay too, but it should just be mine because Rucksack is a der word. My friend, I didn't tell you if it was a female or male again, did I? So you have a choice, mein Freund or meine Freundin. Either one works because I didn't tell you which. Your glasses would be deine Brille. Now, if anybody was really thinking and thought that was plural, you could have put deine Brillen. I didn't think about that, but that would work too, because in English, it's not clear whether those glasses is one pair or whether there are two pairs. Your pencils, that's definitely plural. Deine Bleistifte. My teachers, again, people, and I didn't tell you which kind. So you would have meine Lehrer or meine Lehrerinnen. They both should be meine because they're plural and they're D words, but it could be male teachers or it could be a group of female teachers. By the way, if you don't know, if it's a mixed group or you're not sure, you err on the side of using the masculine. So if you have teachers, you can just say meine Lehrer, and that includes, male and female together. If you have all females, you would use meine Lehrerinnen. Your cell phone, dein Handy, dein Handy. could see they added something new to this, and I didn't know where the clicker thing was to pause. So now you're going to practice with a Kahoot. So your substitute is going to pause this video. You're going to get your devices out. 2 people can work together or 1 person can work together, but you shouldn't have more than 2 people sharing a device. So you can use your own devices, you can use my computers, and you're going to go to Kahoot, and you'll see those instructions in just a moment. Okay, now you should have played the Kahoot. Whoever won should tell me next time, and I will give the prize out. So your substitute will also write down the name of the winners, so you will not get a prize today. Now you're going to take your quiz on Mine and Dine, Mina and Dinah. So you're going to be passed out a quiz. You're going to choose which word to use, Mine, Mina, Dine, or Dinah. Make sure you use the correct meaning and the correct ending. I'm sure most of you will do fine. So your substitute will pause this video again, pass out the quizzes, and when you're all finished, they will collect them, and then we'll go on to something new in just a moment. Okay, now that you've finished your quizzes and turned them in, we're going to go into something new. We have to kind of push on because I'm only going to see half of you on Friday. Gold team is going to be on a field trip and I'm not going to see you. And if we don't do anything, we're going to get way far behind. So today we're going to start talking about verbs. So first, what is a verb? A verb is an action. So look at these 4 examples. Lernen, to learn. What are you doing? You're learning. Haben, to have. What are you doing? You have something. This one's not as much of a real action, but it still answers what are you doing in the sentence. You are having something. You have something. Kennen, down here, to know. What are you doing? You know. Mögen, to like. What do? You like something. So that's the action in the sentence. That's what a verb is. Now you need to know this because you need to be able to identify verbs because you have to change them a little bit. Look at the top, the title for each one. Lernen, to learn. Do we use to learn in English a whole lot? We don't. We don't say I to learn English. To learn you German? We don't do that. We change it. We take off, in English, we take off the to, and we add something here sometimes. We say I learn, you learn, she learns. Now, how do you know how to do that? Well, the answer is you just grew up speaking English and you heard it so many times, you know what to do. Well, if you were in Germany, you would hear this verb used so many times, you would know the different endings and you wouldn't have to think about it. But since we're not there and you're in a classroom, we have to learn how to use the verbs, how to change them so that they're grammatically correct. You do it in English all the time, but you have to learn how to do it in a foreign language. It's called conjugation. You'll hear that word, so I want you to know conjugating is changing a verb so that it is grammatically correct. So look at lernen here, to learn. Repeat after me. Ich lerne. Du lernst. Sie, es lernt. Now look at kennen. It means to know. Repeat after me. Ich kenne. Du kennst. Sie, es kennt. Now look at these 2 boxes. Do you notice any patterns with them? Hopefully you can see that the ich form of the verb ends in an E right there and right there. The du form of the verb ends in st. Du kennst, du lernst. And the sie, es form, the he, she, or it form of the verb ends in a T. Sie, es lernt, sie, es kennt. So that's what you do in German. Now, look at these 2 over here. Listen and repeat first. Ich habe. Du hast. Sie, es hat. Now look at mögen. Ich mag. Du magst. Sie, es mag. Okay, for haben, does it have the same endings that they have over here? Yes, it does. Ich habe, du hast, sie, es hat. So this one does have the same verb endings that the ones on this side had. Now let's look at mögen. Ich mag, du magst, sie, es mag. Does it have the same endings as all 3 of the other ones? No, it does not. It's an irregular verb. So this one you're mostly just going to have to memorize. Ich mag, du magst, sie es mag. I like, you like, he, she, it likes. Okay. So this one is definitely just kind of mixed up. So you have to memorize it. Look at haben. It has the same verb endings, but we're going to go back over here. Lernen. Notice how you take the first part of the verb learn and you add that ending to it. Same thing, kennen, you take the first part and add ken to it. There's something weird about haben. Does anybody see what it is? I don't know if anybody came up with it, but it's that you take the HAB and you keep that in ich habe, but hast and hat don't have the B. So it's mostly normal. It just has a little something weird about it that you have to remember. So what I'm going to have you do right now is you're going to practice. These are in your book. These verbs are written exactly like this in your book, the book I gave you and made, on Seite 7, page 7. So you need to turn to page 7 of your books, and you'll see this very chart. Then you're going to get a worksheet. I think it is 218, and it has a bunch of verb phrases. It'll be in English, like I learn. Next to it, you're going to come over here, look that this is to learn. The ich form is the I form, so ich lerne is I learn. You're going to write that down to you're going to write that down next to I learn, so you'll write ich lerne. If I ask you for you have, you're going to look here and go, okay, haben means to have. What's you? That's do. Du hast is you have, and you're going to write it down next to the English. If I ask you for he likes, you're going to go, okay, mögen means to like. Which one means he? Er. You're going to write mag. He likes. So that's what your work is going to be on. Now, if you are on Gold team, you will be gone on Friday. This worksheet is your homework that will be due next Tuesday. If you are in green team, you will be here. So if you don't finish this in this class, you can just bring it back on Friday. We'll go over this a little bit more, and you can work on that worksheet in class and finish it then. So if you're on gold, the worksheet you're about to get is due next Tuesday. You need to finish it on your own. If you're in green, you can bring it back Friday, and we can talk about it. You'll have more time to work on it. So I'll see you either Freitag or next Dienstag. Tschüss.